This is my documentary of 7 years raising chicken down the road. I will be sharing what I have learned, the benefits, how I have managed. So let's enjoy this documentary. Discover the paradise that has natural food, birds, animals, even the nature. In 2019 December, that is when I started to raise the chicken. It was my first brooder, 2nd December. These are my first chicken that I started with. That is 2020, even 2021. They laid well, they were healthy, and they inspired me to increase on the number of chicken that I can raise even up to now. However much I lost some of them in the beginning, but laying more eggs gave me an inspiration. These are 1 week to 3 weeks old birds, and this is the time where we start to think of vaccinating chicken. Newcastle, Gombolo is vaccinated within this period. The first 7 days to 3 weeks. After 7 days, I vaccinate Newcastle. So the 5 days after vaccinating Newcastle, I vaccinate Gombolo 2 times before 3 weeks old. And the next vaccine of Newcastle, I always mix the vaccine in the drinking water. I don't use an eye drop. I put it in my mind that I have to vaccinate 3 times Newcastle before the chicken start laying, because some of the vaccines are not written on the charts that we get from the suppliers of chicken. But Newcastle beats the chicken more than twice if you vaccinate it just once. The first time I drop, and other 2 times before they lay. And for the fall pox is vaccinated at 6 weeks. So these birds are 4 weeks to 6 weeks old. I make sure that I vaccinate in time. I don't miss a vaccine, because you don't know when these chicken will get sick. And we normally don't vaccinate weaker birds. It is very true, you can lose some of the birds if you vaccinate weaker chicken. When I cut the mouth, I make sure that the beak is cut almost all of it, because they tend to grow again, and these chicken have a tendency of pecking each other, and most of them they end up dying. Because I've ever lost almost there were 100 birds because of pecking. I had debeaked, but I left a little bit of the mouth, so they started to grow the mouth again. The beaks grew again. So while laying, one of the chicken that is not laying could come and peck the one that is laying, and you find the intestines are out, it is losing a lot of blood, and that was death. I lost almost 100 birds. So I learned a lesson. I debeak the whole beak. I cut it off. Make sure that you don't cut the tongue. For full typhoid, I normally seek help from the vet doctors. I don't do it myself. It is done at 3 months, 4 months, even at 6 months. It depends on the time that you have, but make sure that you vaccinate full typhoid. This is the most wanted part in poultry to the farmers, even those who are not willing to start poultry: collecting eggs, even selling them. It helps to pay back your hard work, but it takes time to reach this part. It requires proper feeding, medication, love for the work. Guys, nothing good comes easy. You have to pay attention to your chicken, you have to work hard, you have to do everything in the right way so that you get the good harvests. Patience and consistency, being proud of yourself, because when I started with 500 and lost some of the birds, I was like, will I reach where I think I want to go? But I kept on going consistently with the love, because I wanted the business. And at the end of it all, here I am, 7 years raising the chicken. I have never gave up, no breaks, just telling myself every day that I can make it, because I've seen people they have made it. They're more than me, but where I started from is not where I am right now. So you can make it too. Especially when you sell eggs, you feel better that you didn't start with the time of selling eggs. You started from brooding chicks. From day one, you waited to 6 weeks, you kept on waiting to 7 weeks, months went on up to the time when they started laying. So never give up. Be proud of yourself, because there is no business that is very easy. Never. Whatever you do, do it consistently and focus. My farming does not stop from raising chicken for eggs. I engage in gardening, growing the food to eat, even the corn for the chicken. And this is why I shared this video where I'm growing my vegetables. And I used to grow vegetables in 2019, before I started poultry, even after starting poultry, and I could get money. So I could grow tomatoes, green pepper, and other things to eat, even to sell and get money. So life does not end from business or from making money. You can also practice adventure. So enjoy the video. Whoever wants to ask a question, please go in the comment. I'll be able to answer each and everything. I love you all.